Hello, I am Chef Rakesh Sethi, Corporate Executive Chef for Radisson Hotel Group South Asia. And today we will study about chilling and its methods, holding, display and serving, and transportation. We will understand and describe the process of holding food at a proper temperature and the basic steps required to serve and transport it properly. To begin with, we will first understand the various methods of chilling the food. Cooked or semi-processed high-risk food such as meat and fish, chutneys, juices, gravies, etc. that require refrigeration should be first cooled to the room temperature, then to stored at 5 degrees centigrade or below, preferably within 2 hours. Always remember, fridge and display units should be maintained in good working condition to avoid food spoilage and contamination. Now we will talk about the best practices of cooling food. Food should be cooled down quickly before serving or storing, but it cannot do it so by itself. Food can be cooled only by external mechanisms such as keeping it in open pots to let it cool down to room temperature, or by placing it in ice baths to bring down the temperature. But before you begin the process of cooling food, here are few things to keep in mind. The cooling time depends on the amount of the food to be cooled. A bigger portion will take a longer time compared to the smaller portion of food to cool. If the food is dense, it will take longer time to cool. The material of the container in which it is stored and its size will have a bearing on the cooling time. Some materials will allow for a faster cooling. Placing hot food in a chiller could increase the temperature of everything kept around and put all food items in danger zone. Let us now talk about the efficient ways to cool food. To begin with, divide the food into small portions. Then keep them loosely wrapped in plastic, as steel containers transfers heat faster than plastic ones. You could also cool the food by some other methods, like placing the food in ice water bath to allow a faster cooling. Likewise, frequently stirring of the food will allow for faster and even cooling. To cool water, add ice to it. You can also keep food in ice paddles. Lastly, you can also keep the food container uncovered in a cooling or cold holding equipment for a faster cooling of the surface. But make sure that there is no chance of overhead contamination of the food. Let us now talk about holding. Holding is the process by which you maintain the right temperature of the food while on display, prior to serving it, or while the food is being transported. Holding food at a proper temperature is very critical step in keeping food out of the danger zone. Now you must be wondering, what is danger zone? Danger zone is the temperature in which microorganisms grow rapidly. Therefore, it is essential to keep food out of this temperature zone so as to avoid it from getting spoiled. When working in any catering establishment, food handlers must know how to hold the food at the proper hotness or coldness to prevent it from spoilage. Hot and cold holding of food. We have already spoken about hot and cold holding of food. Let us now talk in detail about hot holding guidelines. To begin with, always ensure that vegetarian and non-vegetarian foods intended for consumption, display or service are maintained at 65 degrees centigrade or above. You can hold food up to 2 hours, but remember that it can be done only once. If any food product is left over after that time, it must be reheated above 75 degrees centigrade for minimum 2 minutes and put back for hot holding. But such food is not to be reheated again for consumption. Simply discard the food. Always keep the prepared food in clean, food grade and sanitized containers or utensil. Do not forget to stir the food at regular intervals, as it will distribute heat evenly throughout the food. Keep the food covered to retain the heat. Use a food thermometer every 2 hours to check the temperature. Most importantly, never mix freshly prepared food with foods being held for service, as it could spoil and contaminate the food. Let us now talk about the cold food holding guidelines. This is used for food that is to be served cold. Here are the cold food holding guidelines. All desserts and other food intended to be consumed cold should always be stored at 5 degrees centigrade or below. Frozen desserts should be held at -18 degrees centigrade or less. Cold food can be kept above 5 degrees centigrade but below 10 degrees centigrade, but only for up to 2 hours. Also remember that this can be done once only. Any leftover food must be discarded. Dry savories should be displayed at room temperature in such a manner that the indication of use by date is visible to the consumers. Make sure to protect all foods from possible contamination by covering them or using food shields. Use a food thermometer to measure the internal temperature of the food every 2 hours. Never store cold food items directly on ice. Also ensure that the ice used on display is self-draining and all pans and platters are sanitized after each use. Food display and serving. Always maintain proper hygiene during the display and serving of the food to prevent any sort of contamination. Any unsanitary practices in display and serving could lead to contamination and spread of diseases. Here are the basic steps you should follow while displaying food and serving them. Always portion food in strict hygienic conditions and in clean and sanitized utensils. High-risk food should always be portioned in a refrigerated area. If not, it should not be held out of refrigeration for more than 30 minutes. Those tasked with handling food must always practice personal hygiene at all times. Always use clean, food grade and if possible, sanitized crockery and cutlery for display and for serving food. Ensure that disposable serving plates, cutlery and other items such as straws, stirrers are clean and free from contamination. They should be of food grade material only. Avoid serving food with bare hands. Also avoid serving different food with the same set of ladle or spoon. Make sure that each dish has dedicated ladle, spoon or tongue for service. Keep food in a buffet table at the proper hot or cold holding temperature. Always handle dishes and utensils by the bottom or edge, cups by the bottoms and handles. Never touch the eating surface of crockery and cutlery with your hands to prevent contamination. Keep the serving stations clean, organized and free of personal belongings. This is a good practice to prevent contamination of food. Always keep the ice used for drinks stored in a clean and covered containers and serve them with scoop or tongs only. Ice used for chilling cans and bottles should never be served in any drinks. Always ensure that dispensing containers for salt, pepper and sauces used for accompaniments at the dining services are clean, sanitized and free of foreign matters and pests. Maintain hygienic practices while refilling to avoid any chances of contamination. The next topic to be discussed is packaging of food. Properly packaging the food is an important part of serving. Unscientific and unhealthy packaging is the main reason for spoilage and wastage of food. Here are few essential points that a catering establishment must follow while packaging prepared food. Ensure that they are stored in clean and pest-free environment. The material used for packaging should be in compliance with FSS packaging and labeling regulations for packing of food. Ensure that the packaging material doesn't contaminate the food in any manner. Never wrap food in newspapers or in likewise materials. Make sure that the packaging material is clean and free from contamination or material defect. Ensure that the packaging materials allow for labeling and easy transportation. Coming to the last part of the module, that is transportation of the food. Food often gets rancid or spoiled during the transportation phase. This happens mostly due to contamination or non-maintenance of the proper temperature during the transportation. Here are the basic rules to follow to transport food in a safe and hygienic manner and prevent contamination, wastage, and spoilage. Food must be transported in specially designed and dedicated trucks or vehicles which should not be used for transporting anything else. The food transport containers must be made of non-toxic food-grade materials which are easy to clean and maintain. Always ensure that the delivery time is minimum. Longer the duration it takes for the food to reach the consumption point, the greater is the chance of food turning bad or spoiled. High-risk food should reach the consumption point within 2 hours of preparation. If the food is to be transported over longer periods of time, then the temperature during the transit should be maintained at 65 degrees centigrade. Else, you could also chill the food to 5 degrees centigrade or below and then transport it. But make sure that the temperature is maintained at 5 degrees centigrade or below during transportation. All high-risk food required to be served in chilled condition must be maintained at 5 degrees centigrade or below during the transportation. If the food is to be transported at normal temperature, then the food must be consumed within 4 hours. All frozen items must be transported in a freezer or in ice boxes at temperatures below -18 degrees centigrade. Food items should be transported in dedicated containers. No trolley, tub or container that is used for materials such as coal, chemicals or garbage should ever be used for transporting food material. Catering establishments must ensure that the food vans they use for transporting food are equipped with locks to prevent unauthorized access and forceful entry by rodents and other pests. If a catering establishment is transporting food and non-food products in same vehicle, they must ensure separate zones to avoid spillage and contamination. Raw meat and ready-to-eat food should also be kept wrapped and separately covered to prevent cross-contamination if they are transported in the same vehicle. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching.